Welcome back, everybody, to the Gloves Are Offside podcast. How's your summer been, Chuck? Are we over the heartbreak of the World Cup? Tommy tactics?
Oh, I wouldn't say over it, but very excited for the season.
Yeah, same here. Very excited to enter a season as defending champions as well. So, I think this pod is like our preview slash prediction pod. Just previewing the new Premier League season, which obviously starts on Friday. Arsenal get things underway against Coventry, defending champions. I think it's a good place to start. Um, with sort of the title race. Do you think anyone can stop us this season?
Unfortunately, I don't think anyone can stop Arsenal this year. I think that they're the strongest team. I think Guimaraes is probably signing of the season in terms of I think he's going to slot straight in and be quality right from the beginning. I personally think he's the best centre midfielder, all round centre midfielder in the league. So I think it's a great signing. I really like your winger, the left winger. I think he's going to be great. I'm not sure about selling Trossard, but I think the guy you've brought in is gonna slot straight in. He's played in English football before, so yeah, I really don't think anyone's going to challenge you. I think it's going to be one of those annoying seasons where the winner kind of like runs away with it.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because all the other sort of teams you'd expect to be in and around it are pretty much all in transition. And that's not to say none of them can't hit the ground running. Managers have come in and won the league in their first season before, but I just think that we're just so consistent. You know, that consistency manager, the way we played, have been together for a long time. And as you say, the pieces that we're adding are sort of plug and play. Bruno, it looks like if we're getting Konsa now, obviously we need. It's a big loss, Saliba and Timber. We don't know how long they're out for, so that is a big loss. But Konza coming in, somebody who's used to the league again, is a plug and play player. You talk about Solis on the left. I wasn't sure what to make, but watching him in pre-season, he looks brilliant. He looks like he's ready to go. His stats in Belgium are incredible, and he has scored, I think, scored or assisted in every pre-season game as well. So he looks like he's ready to go. And I think that could be one of the signings of the summer as well. But if we are to say who would the closest challengers be? Do you think?
See, I think City are going to be terrible. Not terrible, but I think it's going to be a big drop off. I could see them being fourth or fifth. I really don't think anyone's going to challenge you. I think it's going to be. I think if I was a betting man, I would say that Chelsea are going to be the closest team to you, but I don't think they're going to challenge you per se. Yeah, I can't see anyone close to you. I think Liverpool defence is still going to struggle, and I think as it sits, Man United haven't made the signings that I was hoping they would make to kind of make a push. So I really do think it's one of those seasons where there's nobody to challenge you, unfortunately, for
Yeah, I
me.
think I think as I say, there's so much change. Just not even just in the top six, but in the whole league. There's so many new managers. So the transfer market's been a bit slow as well. So there's no like outstanding signings. I think Morgan Rogers is a good signing for Chelsea. I think Xabi Alonso's obviously, well, you say obviously he did really well at Leverkusen. Didn't really work out for City at Madrid, but that can be a bit of an erratic job anyway. As can Chelsea though. I think if they give him the keys and just say, here, look, this is your team, build it, which they seem to have done because I don't think in past seasons they would have signed the Hendersons and the Welbecks. Um, so I think if they give him the keys, he can turn them into a title challenger. But just I don't think they'll be ready this season. That's the thing. Although they are playing obviously no European football, so once a week that could work in their favour. He's going to have time. I think he's a manager where the players need to used to his system, and where he's going to have a lot more time in the training ground with them. That's probably going to be in their favour. So I think if there is going to be a challenge, probably I'd say from Chelsea too. City still have quality in their squad, but I don't know about Maresca. I don't know if he's that guy. And they've also lost a lot of winners in your Bernardo's, and Rodri's a huge miss for them. And also the players they're choosing to replace Rodri with, I'm not at that level. You're not saying Anderson can't get there, and if they sign Buwadi, he looks an exciting talent, but is he ready to fill the shoes of Rodri? Surely not. So yeah,
Yeah, I think if we're talking a little bit more about Man City, I think Elliot Anderson was an overreach. I mean I enjoyed watching him in England for England, but I think that I just don't think he's worth that money, and I don't think you. I mean, I really thought that they were going to hang on to Rodri. I guess like keep him for. You don't need the money, Keep him for the year, and then potentially they could have been in it. That's how good Rodri is. I think that the amount of quality they've lost in the last 2 3 years, and the replacements are just not up to scratch. So yeah, I
Well, I
think
mean,
City.
they've got rid of half of the replacements already. Reinders has gone. Nico Gonzalez looks like he might be off. Marmoush could be joining Tottenham is the
Has
rumor.
Reinders
So
gone?
Reinders has gone to Saudi. I think that's complete.
Okay.
Newcastle sniffing around Nico Gonzalez, and Tottenham
Yeah.
want Marmoush. Obviously, Trafford came in and out as well. So a lot of the signings they've made recently have been a bit not settled properly. So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
I just
maybe
think
they'll buy more players.
this is the thing. We have to caveat this conversation with the fact that the transfer window is still open for another week or so, or well, over a week. So all these we do need to cover that because we don't know who's going to do what. Because we haven't mentioned Liverpool either, and I mean, looking at their squad at the minute, they're not ready to challenge for anything. But if they get a couple of wingers in, it could change things. But at the minute, they're so short, Liverpool.
Yeah, they need a centre back for me. Um, I don't rate the boy they've brought over from Barcelona. And then you've got two other centre backs coming off long-term injuries, and yeah, they lost Salah. They don't have a winger, do they? So I think that yeah, I think yeah, again, it looks like they're going to buy. I think I read that they agreed a fee for the younger PSG winger.
And by
Um, yeah, and Baye, who looks quality, to be honest. I know Villa have been following him. So yeah, it really is. It really is who are they going to bring in? If they bring in some exciting players, maybe you start to think maybe. But I think the squad was really short last year, and they haven't really addressed those issues.
yeah, and like you say, if they get him by, yeah, he could be a quality player, and he looks like he's going to be good. And him and Rio on each side is exciting, but it's not ready to win today, is it? It's potential
No.
again, and there's players who are going to make mistakes as they're developing. So Barker, I think, is looking very, very pricey. It's whether or not they decide to last minute splash the cash, or if PSG lower the demands. It doesn't look like he's going to push for a move though. So I think if they do want him, they're just going to have to stump the cash up, and I'm not sure if he's worth that. Although, if they really desperately need a winger, perhaps he is worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it happened to us a couple of seasons ago. You start off really crap, and then you go and buy Casemiro. So let's see. Some of these teams that they could not look as good as maybe they were expecting, and then they dip into the transfer market. That's always an option. So yeah, I really don't think. Yeah, but then Isak is back. That could be 20 goals. So yeah, maybe if they do make the moves, then it could potentially be Liverpool. But as it currently stands for me, it is Chelsea.
I think Isak's a massive one, is he? Because we know he's got the quality. If they can unlock that, then he's going to get the goals. And I'm not sure where the service is coming from though, because he hasn't impressed me at all really. He still looks a bit lightweight for the league for me. But yeah, remains to be seen. How are you feeling about United summer? Believer looks like it's about to be over the line.
Yeah, I mean, finally, I'm happy with the players we've signed. I've known about Santos for a long time, football manager hero. And when Chelsea first signed him, I was like, oh, he's going to be good. And then he kind of hasn't. They haven't played him. It's the revolving door of managers and stuff. So I think it hasn't really been fair to him. He had a really good, I think, season at Salzburg. And then obviously when Messina came in last year, he was playing him. So he's looked good in pre-season. I think he's got a lot of potential. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with obviously Tielemans. I think it's a great signing at that price. And then Believer, we need legs in the middle. So and then obviously Mainu. So that as a four, I'm happy with. But I think we need a striker, a backup striker, and I think we need a left back, and I think we need a centre back. Um, as someone who watches all of our games and follows us, I think if we had those players come in, then I would be a lot more confident. But I just can't see it with the current squad. I think with the current squad, it's gonna be difficult for us to get into the top four. My heart is saying we'll be in the top four, but that's more. That's more heart overhead. I think we haven't made the signings that I think we need, and if we're talking about currently, I'm not happy, and yeah, I'd be a bit worried going into the season.
Yeah, I think Believe is a big one because like Tielemans is a top player on the ball. We know what he can do. He's been one of Villa's best midfielders for a few years now, and Leicester before that. You know he can create. We know he can score goals, and on the ball he's technically sound. But he's not the most mobile, so you do need legs around him, which is a problem that Man United have had in recent years with their midfield. It's legs, it's energy. So I think Beliebers kind of sorts that problem out if you can get that over the line. So that's a good signing. But you're right, the defense is not strong. And I mean, Šeško's got a season under his belt now. You'd expect him to be a bit better than he was last season. I like Cunha and Mbeumo. So yeah, I think like the teams around you, like your Chelsea's and your Liverpool's, you just need still short 2 or 3 players when you're looking at the squad if you want to challenge for the title anyway. So Tottenham, obviously the big spenders of the window, which they needed to do. Tottenham.
I just can't take them seriously. I can't. I like the players. I don't like the fees. I don't like the salaries. They've got 2 now good centre midfield players. They've still got Richarlison up front. I mean, they're being linked with Silvinho and Mamouche from Man City, trying to buy both of them. Both of them have been flops, so I don't know why they're looking to spend 150 apparently on those 2 players when they haven't been good. I don't understand their transfer business. They're splashing all this cash around. Back in De Zerbi, but De Zerbi could be gone in 8 months. You know, I know you like them to fall on their face. I would not. I prefer if they could have a little bit of stability. I don't actually mind Tottenham, but it looks like trouble ahead for me.
Yeah, I mean they're doing the old school, trying to buy their way out of trouble. I mean, Tonali's a good player. It's a good signing. Overpaid, yes, but he's going to improve the team. Fernandes is a good player. Again, overpaid, but you know, once he's playing, nobody's going to care about the price tag really. Senesi and Robertson on free transfers. Again, plug and play players that know the league and they're ready to go. Will help them defensively. But it's the attacking options that they've got that they're lacking in at the minute. And as you say, the ones that they're trying to sign up. I mean, Savino has done absolutely nothing since he's come to the league. He scored 1 goal in a couple of 2 or 3 seasons since he's been here. Marmouche hit and miss. He's okay some days, but is he much better than they already have? I don't know. They need to try and get Kudus fit, don't they? And then again up front.
Yeah, Kudus is quality. I actually really like Kudus, but he played what 8, 9 games last season.
Yeah, and I mean Kulusevski's been injured for God knows how long, and Maddison too. So they're trying to get these guys back to fitness. And are they going to be the same players? Who knows? I think if you're going into a season with Richarlison still leading the line, then you've got problems. But that being said, I do think they've improved their squad, and they shouldn't be in and around the relegation places this season. I wouldn't imagine. I've got them in my top 6, so and that's more. I've got them 6th. And I mean, maybe I'm just trying not to come across as biased, but I just think a few of the other clubs, Villa. I mean, we can talk about Villa now. They've lost a lot of good players this summer.
Yeah, I think that I completely agree with you with regards to Villa losing a lot of quality. I don't think they'll be in the top 5, 6. But Unai Emery is just probably arguably first, second, like best manager in the league. You know, I guess you have to say Arteta, and then it's probably him. So I back him way more than I back De Zerbi. He's got a.
That's the thing as well. De Zerbi is just a it's just it's just an explosion waiting to happen with him, isn't it? It always happens. Every club he goes to, he implodes. So the ticking time bomb.
I think you could get a season out of him, but then next year he's gonna demand even more, and the club's gonna be like, we just spent all that money last year, and then it falls off the rails. You know, you might get a season out of him. Brighton managed to, Marseille managed to, but it's the second season really when it really blows up. And maybe this counts as the second season because he came in and saved them from relegation. But I think it's going to be interesting to watch. I just don't think it's a recipe for success. But yeah, back to Villa. I think it's too much change. I think they'll be in the top half, but I think it is too much change. You're getting rid of the whole spine of the team. I mean, they're now trying to get rid of Martinez. They've obviously brought in the Japanese goalkeeper
Yeah.
to
I
replace
mean,
him, and he still has.
I think it's fair enough because Martinez has been trying to leave. He's been waving goodbye at the end of every season, expecting big clubs to come in for him, and it hasn't happened. And I guess at the end, at some point, you just say, "Do you know what? Let's just buy whoever we think is the next guy and just move him on to whoever we haven't."
Yeah, well, I mean, it fell through, didn't it? So, I mean,
To you,
Amarim wanted him at United last year, and we resisted and bought a younger goalkeeper, which I'm glad we did. And Juventus wanted him this year, and then I don't know, negotiations have broken down, so that's not happening. And it
they,
looks like
they,
they're
they,
going actually for the go.
they've got
They're going for the
Vicario,
Tottenham
haven't they?
goalkeeper, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So musical chairs there, but yeah, I don't know who's coming in for him now. He wanted to go to a bigger club. I think sometimes the grass is not always greener. Villa are in the Champions League.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So yeah, but losing him, Konza,
Tielemans,
Tielemans, yeah, I
possibly
just don't
Watkins,
think it's. Yeah, Watkins, the rumours are there. I know that
Luke,
we've been sniffing around him.
Luca Dean's gone as well.
Yeah, Luka, it's just too many. For me, it's too many players. Too many players who were playing all of their games last season.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, just letting Watkins go. The price of replacing him, as we know, buying strikers last season, is ludicrous. So who's the Watkins replacement? Because they haven't got one in the squad. Tammy
Yeah.
Abrahams up front is not getting you anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really surprised. It's overall with the pace of the transfer market this season. It's been a very slow market, and there's not really much. I mean, the prices have been sky high, so there's not much value out there really. And I'm expecting things because I was having a look at the squads before we recorded this, and already there's not been too much movement. So I'm expecting things to speed up a bit towards the end of the window, but I don't really know what's out
Yeah,
there.
I think it has to. The rumours are that they're going to get Jackson from Chelsea.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just then puts the Rodgers fee if they're ending up with Garnacho
Oh, good.
and
100%.
Jackson in exchange for Rodgers. That doesn't sound like good business to me.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of quality lost.
So yeah, I just think they're going to struggle. But the rumor is that they're going to go for Jackson as the
Yeah,
replacement.
I can see it.
I mean, he's an Emre kind of player who works really hard. I thought it was insane that Chelsea got rid of him last year to then have the lap up front. But now that this is what I mean, that they were a bit of a comedy club last year, but now they've got Alonso. They seem to be making smarter decisions.
And they do have the young, what's his name, Maggio up front, who I know you're a fan of.
Yeah, big fan of him. But he's out. He's out for 2 months now, I think. So I was really excited to see him. The Court of Arbitration for Sport overturned the decision that he couldn't play in England until he was 18. So they bought him for 10 million, I think it was, in January. And yeah, so I think whenever he comes back, he's going to be a problem. He played really well in pre-season, played really well against PSG, and got his first Aston Villa goal. So yeah, I think he's going to be good, but you can't be again going into the season relying on a 17-year-old.
Yeah. Is there anyone else you wanted to mention in terms of a sort of top six finish, or are you ready to let us know your predictions?
I mean, people who are Newcastle fans like to think they're a big club, so I think we should probably mention them. I mean, they've just been absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
And I think it again, like, it's good for their fans to kind of realise where they are in the food chain, because they had completely lost their mind and thought they were way bigger than they are, and they've just lost everyone.
Yeah. I mean,
They've bought a lot of promising players. They've actually invested quite a decent amount. I had a look just before we recorded, and yeah, they've brought in a lot of potential, but new manager to the league, and not much Premier League experience is normally a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
So
that's a,
I think they're actually not going to finish in the top 10.
oh, yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening. I don't think it'll be as bad. I've seen some people predicting relegation stuff. I don't think it'll be as bad as that. But when you look, like, say, the players they've lost, I mean, it's an endless list. Not just this summer, but last summer as well. Plus the change in manager. I know the new manager is highly rated by some, but coming over from Saudi, it's a complete different kettle of fish. And the players they brought in,
Yeah.
as you say, there's a lot of youngsters. There's a lot of potential that don't have Premier League experience. So, I mean, it's going to be difficult for them to hit the ground running for sure. I don't think they'll be in the conversation for they're certainly not the Champions League places anyway. I think a dark horse could be Nottingham Forest. I think Glasner's a good manager. They don't have Europe to worry about this season. They've made some decent signing. At Diamande looks good. They've got a settled squad. I know they lost Anderson, but they've got a pretty settled squad and a good manager now. I know it's a basket case. I know Marinakis is a madman, but I'm going to stick my head on the line and say that Glasner might actually last the 12 months and they'll have a decent push for European places this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a settled squad. It's actually somebody who's I actually probably haven't looked up much, but who's playing in centre midfield for them? Like, who's the replacement?
Well, yeah, I mean, let me have a look at this.
They bought a lot of players last year who kind of didn't do anything. So let's see what Glasner did with them. They bought the winger from Ipswich, the English boy, and the Mathieu from Man City, who didn't have a.
So they've got obviously Sangare, Dominguez in midfield, decent, and then obviously Gibbs White further forward. And the youngster that they bought from City, McAtee, they'll expect a bit more from him. He didn't have a great season. I don't know how much he played, to be fair, but he needs to step up now. I think they paid quite a lot of money for him. But
yeah, I mean, he's not a centre midfield player, but definitely a player that I rate. Sorry, it was just raining. But yeah, I do like McAteague, or however you say his name. I thought he was good at City.
Yeah, he did look good. I was expecting a bit more from him, but we'll see what he can do this season.
But yeah, I think it's just obviously Elliot Anderson was the tempo setter for them. So, and I guess Morgan Gibbs White, I was expecting someone again to come in with him. They've managed to keep him again.
Yeah, and he's the big player, isn't he, for them? I think he had a great season last season, and if he continues that, I can just see them. I don't think they'll be in trouble this year, put it that way. I think they'll be in the sort of upper half of the league anyway, potentially pushing for Europe.
What's your view on Brighton?
Brighton, they're just steady, aren't they? But they've got European football to contend with this year. Yeah, just steady, more of the same. I don't think they'll be mid-table, I guess. Mid-table.
Yeah, I don't think they'll get relegated, but
No.
I don't think that they will also. I don't think that they can. I don't think that they can make the top four, or the top four, the top seven, top eight.
They've lost obviously Welbeck as well, who's a leader for them and scored a lot of goals. But yeah, I think those sort of teams. I think Brentford will have another good season. They again settle squads. Yeah, all sort of mid-table teams. But what's your top six prediction?
Well, top six, unfortunately, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, Man City, and then probably Tottenham. So yeah, those are my six.
Yeah, I've gone Arsenal to defend. I think there's a big opportunity for us to go out and defend this title now. And we should really get it done. I think Chelsea second. I think playing once a week helps them. I think as well. I think we didn't mention when we were talking about them, but I think Lacroix's a good signing. They needed someone at the back, and he should do the job for them. The only thing again I worry about is their goalkeeper, but I don't know. I think Man City third. I've got Liverpool fourth, but that's assuming that they sign a couple of attacking players, a couple of wingers. I've got Man United fifth, and Tottenham 6th.
Yeah, I just think Tottenham also not in Europe.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so like I worry about the squad, but I saw how good Man United were playing once a week.
Yeah, so relegation, I think Hull are nailed on. I think they've got honestly they've got the potential to challenge Derby for the record low points in the Premier League. They were not good in the Championship last season. They snuck into the playoff places. And I mean, fair play, it was a great achievement to get there, but I think they lost something like 16, 17 games in the Championship last season, which is, don't quote me on that, but I know it's a high number of games. And they haven't really added any Premier League quality. If you've got Ollie McBurney leading the line in the Premier League in 2026, I think the writing's on the wall for you. Uh, yeah, I could see them taking a few hammerings this season and being done by Christmas, basically. I don't know your thoughts. I assume you agree.
I think Hull are terrible. I watched the 3 games to get them up. Two obviously against well, where we got up, two against Millwall, and those were two of the worst games I watched last season. The both of them were awful. And how Millwall let them beat them, I'll never know. And then it was really a smash and grab in the final for me. It was just
Yeah,
such
and
a
I mean
hot game.
there was all the controversy as well with obviously Middlesbrough didn't know who they were playing. Not that I mean Hull didn't know if they were playing either, so they were both in the same boat. But it was just a bit of a mess, wasn't it? But yeah, smash and grab. They got up, fair play to them, but yeah, I can't see them surviving. What about the other two promoted clubs, Ipswich, Coventry? Think either of them have a chance?
I would like Coventry to stay up. I think that it's an English manager. I like Lamps. I'd like him to stay up, but I think they're the most likely. Ipswich 100% going back down. They lost their manager. Um, I don't see any quality in the squad. Yeah, I think they're going straight back down.
Ipswich, Ipswich have spent a lot of money. I think they're like the second highest net spenders in the league, and they've added a bit of Premier League quality. They signed Issa Diop and the guy from Fulham, Sasa Lukic from Fulham, who at least have got that Premier League experience. They've also signed that youngster, well, I don't know how young he is, but that Fatawu from Leicester, who looks a decent player.
Okay.
But if it's enough to keep them up,
Leicester got relegated last year.
Yeah, no, I understand. But he looks quite. They've also got. They signed Maeda from Celtic, who was brilliant over there. But
he's a good player, actually.
Yeah, but does it translate to the Premier League? I don't know. So they have their. I can see what they're trying to do, but I'm not sure they're going to have enough about them with Gary O'Neill in charge. Maybe if they get McKenna, probably they'd have a bit more of a chance. But yeah, I think
I actually like Gary O'Neill. To be fair, I actually think he's had a raw deal, but I also think there was no need to come back for this job. He had the Salzburg job. Could have got, maybe tried to push them into fourth in the French league. That would have been a big achievement. They get all of Chelsea's unwanted players who are generally really good players. So yeah, I just think that was a strange career move. Maybe he just wanted to get back to England.
Yeah, I'm thinking Coventry could start. I think Lampard is not a bad manager. I think he's a decent manager. They sort of ran away with the league last season. I can see them giving it a real go. So I'm gonna predict that they stay up and Fulham go down.
Oof, yeah. See, Fulham are my other dark horse to go down. I just think I don't rate Arbeloa at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect. There's nothing to go against. You know what I mean? He was at Madrid for however long he was there for. So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how he's got himself that job without any real experience.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he played in the Premier League. That's his calling card.
Yeah. They've lost some experience as well. As I say, Sasa Lukic they've lost, and Jimenez has gone. They brought in some young players. I just when I look at the squad, I think they're lacking. Oh, Harry Wilson as well. That's the big one. He was brilliant for them last year. I think that's a great signing for Leeds as well. To be fair, I think Leeds have done well. James Trafford and Harry Wilson, but yeah, Fulham.
Yeah, I think good signings by Leeds.
Yeah, certainly.
I
So
don't think they'll be anywhere near trouble.
no, I think they'll
Um,
be
but
mid-table.
but yeah, I think Fulham will be down there for sure. They've bought two players from Real Madrid for I think 50,000 euros, 50 million euros, and the striker we'll see, but that winger I have no idea who he is. I guess he had him in the youth team and they've signed him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I think Fulham are in big trouble. I think that Silva was doing a amazing job to keep them up. And yeah, I think it's kind of gonna it's gonna be downhill from there. I think they're gonna if they don't go, I don't think they're gonna go this year, but I think they'll probably go next year.
Yeah, I think they're the one, other than obviously the three that have come up, I think they're the one who could be sort of pulled into it. But saying that, there are a lot of clubs now, Bournemouth, Sunderland, um, Palace, Brighton, who need to deal with European football. I think Bournemouth in
Yeah,
particular could be another one. They've lost a great manager. Krupp is injured as well. Need to deal with European football. I'm not sure how many seasons in a row you can just keep losing players and managers and staying up. So I think Bournemouth possibly. I think they'll be all right because they've got a lot of quality in the squad. But they're another one who I could see possibly being pulled into it.
yeah, I think that Michael Rice is a good manager, but yeah, I mean it's the Premier League. These guys don't they haven't played there before, you know. I think it's always difficult. I think that's why I think Newcastle are going to struggle, but I think the people behind the managers at Bournemouth and Brentford, we skipped by. We both don't think they're going to be in trouble either. They know the players that they need, and I think the managers, not that they're plug and play, but the recruitment and the board and everything behind them know what they're doing, and I think it goes a long way.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, last on the relegation, mine I say it's Hull, Ipswich, Fulham. Are you going for the three that came up,
I'm going
or
for I'm going for the three that came up. I would love to. I just I can't. The commentary just don't have enough quality going forward to unpick defenses for me. I watched a fair amount of them last year, and they really fell over the line towards the end, and with some really bad football. And I don't think they've invested. Like I haven't seen the players come in who I'm like, oh, he's come in, he's going to be getting some goals. He looks dangerous. Um, yeah, I think it's gonna. Yeah, I just can't see them scoring goals. None of the teams have come up. I can't see them threatening any defenses in the Premier League.
yeah?
And that's why I think Fulham will sneak through to staying up.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, so let's go on to a few other predictions. Top scorer, Haaland. You got any wild
Yeah,
cards?
no, I'm going Haaland as well.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
it's
going Haaland. I mean,
open and
if
shut case.
if Isak can find some form, perhaps he could push him. But I mean, it's Haaland, isn't it? Um,
Yeah, no,
but
Haaland all the way.
signing of the summer, I've gone Garnacho.
You
That's,
haven't. You
that's a
haven't.
joke. That's a joke, obviously.
You haven't gone for Carl.
No
This is the
Garnacho.
last chance for his career, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he keeps. I know Villa. I don't want to go back over it, but they've replaced Sancho with Garnacho, which is madness anyway. But yeah, no Garnacho for me. I think our winger Solis could be one. He looks good in pre-season.
He's
Or
actually my assist king. So I
oh,
think he's going to be top assist.
yeah. Or Lacroix. I think Lacroix will be good for Chelsea as well.
Yeah, Leclerc, I think it's a good signing.
Also, Harry Wilson on the free, I think is brilliant business as we mentioned for Leeds. So I've given you three, but sitting on the fence a bit.
I think it's going to be Tielemans or it can't really be Guimaraes, I think, because of the fee. But I think he's going to be the best player to move. But I think Tielemans will edge it because we paid 35 million for it.
Um, yeah. If we go player of the season, I've gone Odegaard. I just think he looked back to his best at the World Cup, and in pre-season he's been brilliant. Community Shield, he was fantastic. So I'm hoping and expecting a lot better than we got from him last season. He looks like he's found his groove again. So I think he could be the one to sort of steer us towards the title this season.
I think that Saka has a bounce back season and wins player of the season.
It's a similar sort of thing, isn't it? They both had below par seasons individually last year. But yeah, I've seen the signs from Odegaard in the World Cup and preseason, which makes me think him. I've gone Odegaard for top assists as well. I know you've gone Solis. I just think because if he's getting player of the season, then I assume he's going to get a load of assists as well.
I think Solis is going to be really good. I think it's my dark horse kind of assist signing. I think he's going to be the person who I think he's going to rack up a load of assists. He looks like he's a pass first player.
Yeah, no, his numbers in Belgium were crazy, and he started. Yeah, again, it's only preseason, but in preseason he's had goal involvements in every game he's played. How about any sort of wild card or youngsters that you want to keep an eye on?
I mean, my wild card was definitely the Villa striker.
Yeah.
I think obviously he's got injured, so we'll see. I
like Ryan from Bournemouth. I think he looked good last year when he played. He hit the ground running, and if he can keep that going, it's a shame Krupi's injured because I think he's obviously another one, but it's not really a wild card because he's shown how good he is. But I think Ryan, and then once Krupi's up and running, those two for me.
I had the Villa striker down as my dark horse. Then he scored in the PSG game and then got injured. So I think Heaven's going to have another good season for United. But yeah, I haven't really. Other than that, I don't know. Very difficult for young players, you know. Let's see what Dalman does this year.
Yeah, Dalman and Rio as well at Liverpool. I think it's big season for him. He's obviously a couple of years older than Dalman, so he needs to. I think he'll play a bit more first team football, but Dalman for sure as well. I think he's going to be involved quite a lot, you know. Not starting every week, but a lot more than he was last season. Now he's got his exams out of the way and stuff, and he'll be ready to go. But yeah, all right. Anything else that you wanted to? Any hot takes or anything that you wanted to discuss?
I think that's it. I think, yeah. Let's hope Man United do better than I've said on this pod.
Oh, I don't know if I'd use that. I don't know if I'd hope for that, but we'll see. All right, we'll leave it there then. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.